Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, sir, Dr. Geeta Kingdon, ma'am, Dr. Amrita Das, Mr. Jayaraman, sir, Mr. V.N. Garg, Professor Roger Kingdon, Dr. Sadhana Bedi ji, Dr. Sushmita, ma'am, and so many distinguished members of the faculty, principals, my dear students, and last but not the least, my dear parents. And before I forget, I will begin with the parents today. In my time, it wasn't possible to have the luxury of a careers day. You drifted into your careers. You drifted into marriage. Suddenly one morning your parents would call you and say, I have decided that you will become a police officer and that's the end of it. Matter ends. Whether you want to be a banker, a musician or something else, it didn't really matter. And the same about marriage. One fine morning the parents said, well, the choice has been made and we are very liberal parents. We have fixed 3 dates for you. 21st January, 15th June and 23rd May. Pick any choice. We are so liberal. So that was the consent of liberality maybe in my time, but today you have the luxury of legendary figures like Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, Dr. Geeta Gandhi Kingdon, Professor Roger Kingdon, Shishir, Dr. Amrita Das ji to guide you, to mentor you. And I'm doubly blessed to be in front of you once again, not to give you anything but to learn from you, but to be at the feet of such wonderful people, a galaxy of learned people who have assembled here, who are iconic and role models in their own right. We are all aware that Dr. Jagdish Gandhi and Bharati ma'am initiated what is a mass movement today in 1959 with 5 students and a loan of 300 rupees. Today you are a part of the Guinness Book of World Records. God loves you, because if you have not loved you, you would not have been in CMS in this auditorium today. This is the biggest proof that God loves you and you have a very bright path and a very bright future. Now, to continue that God should continue to love you, it is expected that you also do your bit, and the parents do their bit and the teachers do their bit in the same order. There are a few things that may be pleasant and there will be few things that may not be so pleasant, but I am not here to attend a popularity contest. And as my parents say, there are certain rules in this house. I am not here for a popularity contest. I am borrowing these lines from my parents. You grow up, purchase a Rolls Royce, and don't allow me to sit in your Rolls Royce or your chopper. But I am here to see that you emerge as a man of steel, and nothing is going to stop me from converting that you become a man of steel in times to come. Now your results will be out very soon. A single swallow does not a spring make. All of you, I am sure, will get Guru grades, but if it is the will of God that you do not get such Guru grades, that is not the end of the world. After all, Sachin Tendulkar was out for a duck on 14 occasions, but he continues to be Sachin Tendulkar. If we talk of grades, then Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Abraham Lincoln, Napoleon, all would be branded as failures, but they are the biggest success stories that anyone has scripted in the universe. And you are now at a very formative stage, at the very wonderful times when most of the discoveries and inventions have happened after 1980. You have tremendous choices starting from now. Those wanting to join the armed forces, both boys and girls, have an option number 1. Option number 2, medicine and engineering. Option number 3, chartered accountancy, law, medicine. But as Dr. Geeta Gandhi Kingdon has said, what is your spiritual calling? What is spiritually rewarding? Not to be a square peg in a round hole for the next 50 years of your life. To be a career that is spiritually fulfilling. I know of my batchmate, a PhD in rocket science from Cornell, joined the police, and the first time he went to a police station, He felt so sickened that he had to give up his job then and there itself in less than 2 years. He was not made for that. He was a hardcore academician. Police was certainly a wrong choice for him. So your marks are important, but that cannot be the be-all and end-all. As somebody has said, खिले जरूर मगर जंगलों में ही सूख गए. हम वो students हैं जो किताबों में ही सूख गए. No, it is not like that. You will grow, you are destined to blossom, you are destined to do great things in life. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You have a great destiny awaiting you in your lives and careers. But make a distinct choice that is spiritually fulfilling, not only monetarily, but spiritually rewarding. See, turn the searchlight inwards. See what you want, what is your potential, and where will you blossom forth. It is not what I'm asking you to do. It is not because what your uncles and what people in the village and the locality want you to do. It is what you want. And as far as marks are concerned, a singer, a musician, a radio jockey, if he gets less marks in maths, doesn't matter. A cricketer, a shooter, an actor, if he gets less marks in physics, doesn't really matter. His calling is very different. But again, if I had very strict parents, I was lucky, my generation was lucky, that the element of distractions were not there. Today there is a roadmap of self-sabotage for all our youngsters. And the train to disaster has two important stoppages. The first stoppage is that we are addicted to distractions. 63,000 words are competing with each other to grab our attention through internet, through WhatsApp, through Facebook and whatnot. Somebody opened my Facebook account, and I'm sorry to admit that I closed it down after 3 days because it is better to go mad than to be on the Facebook. It is so demanding. I could not cope up with the pressure of the Facebook. 63,000 words. A major distraction every 11 minutes. Watching your smartphone as if some fairy will come out every 115 minutes, 115 times a day. No fairy is coming out of your smartphone. It will only disengage you from your attention and lead to what? Attention deficit disorder. The neuro-linguistic pathways have shown conclusively that these distractions, addiction to distractions, are a death of creativity. Mark my words. Addiction to distraction is the death of creativity. If we are serious about being creative, our Shastras, the Mahabharata say, the Pandavas went for Agyatwas. And when Arjun was asked to pick up the Gandiv, his bow, and aim at the fish, what are you looking at? He said, I am looking at the pupil of the eye of the fish. What am I looking at? The pupil of the eye of the fish. But if I were to say, I am looking at Facebook, I am looking at WhatsApp, I am looking at Instagram, I am looking at internet, and kaun banega crorepati और भाभी जी घर में हैं, and things like that, the nonsensical humbug. Mark my words, you can never be a marksman. You can never be a marksman. And now coming to the second station of disaster. You will forgive me. I am not here for a popularity contest. A thing that was denied to me, I denied my children, and I would trust the parents also that if you're serious about your children's academic growth, please convert your homes into hermitage for 2 years. There have been studies of homes where children qualified for the civil services in the first attempt, qualified for the IIT in the first attempt, qualified for medicine in the first attempt. They are those who disconnected the cable television and the dish TV for 2 years. They disoriented themselves and withdrew from all parties and the party scenes for just 2 years. I would not ask you to give up anything. I would only ask you to postpone this for 2 years. I was talking of the second station of disaster. My dear children and my dear parents, academics is a full-time job. And so is romance. You have to make a choice today. Either you want to be a romantic, go in for a love affair and make a bigger mess of your lives, or you want to be a serious academics. The choice has to be made right now. हमारे यहाँ और कुछ बन पाए न बन पाए, आशिक जरूर बन जाते हैं. Henry Ford was once asked by a journalist, "Sir, you are the richest man in the world. How many girlfriends do you have?" How many girlfriends do you have? If I had had girlfriends, I wouldn't have been Henry Ford. The choice is in front of you. Have your girlfriends, but when you become something. Have your romanticism after you've become something. Because it is not complementary, it is one at the cost of the other. I know the look of horror on your faces, but I am not here to whisper sweet nothings to you. Thank you. Akbar Allahabadi had said, "Ishq नाजुक मिजाज है बहुत, इश्क नाजुक मिजाज है बहुत, अक्ल का बोझ उठा नहीं सकता." So when you are in love, the first casualty is your intelligence and IQ. The first casualty is your intelligence and IQ. इसे बुद्धि भ्रष्ट होना चाहिए. You lose your sense of proportion, the sense of right and wrong, and you live in a world of absolute fantasy. Rip Van Winkles. Sleepwalking. आंख पड़ती है कहीं, पांव कहीं पड़ता है. सबकी है तुमको खबर, अपनी खबर कुछ भी नहीं. The parents, I would rather that if you are serious about your children, मोहब्बत करें, लेकिन देश से मोहब्बत करें, आपसे मोहब्बत करें, अपने टीचर से मोहब्बत करें, CMS से मोहब्बत करें. मोहब्बत के तमाम मौजू हैं. The parents, some parents say, "I have provided fees, I have given clothes, I have provided books." These are available in orphanages also. You don't do any favor to your children, but providing them the basic shelter, home, food, and the fees. You have a higher and spiritual role to play. Our children are here as children of the Almighty, and we are their caretakers only for a short while. And before it's too late, like you, like me, you will be only seeing the CDs, the video, and the photo albums. Your connect with the children shall be, like Mr. V.N. Garg and I and other senior citizens, would be via the CDs and the photo albums. Make the most of it. I would not like you to use even a single harsh word ever. Repeat. It leaves a permanent scar on the psyche and the personality of the child, on the children. I may not do well, I may not be up to your expectations, but that doesn't mean that you can humiliate me merely because you happen to be a few years my senior. Please take pains. My parents were very firm and strict, but I haven't seen God. But if I were to see God, I see God in my parents, my late parents. They are my God. I have seen God in their eyes. I could see God in my mother and father. And I'm sure all of you parents here, please replicate the God. Please replicate the role of the Almighty in bringing up our children. They are angels who are birds of passage only for a short while. Dr. Geeta Kingdon, when talking about her son, I could see the deep emotional connect, the deep sense of pride. And yes, the tapasya, I did not say it was upbringing, it was a tapasya. Upbringing of children is not a task, it's not a chore, it is a tapasya. It is something that all of us parents are expected to do. You don't do any favor to your children. Likewise, Matra Devo Bhav, Pitra Devo Bhav, Gurur Devo Bhav, in the same order. If society has placed you upon the very high pedestal that you are God, then try to be gods. It is not that I will close my bedroom door and see all the channels on the television and expect the child to be a hermit. No, it doesn't happen that way. I close my door and play cards and see all kinds of obnoxious things, it doesn't work. Children are so important, they will just have to browse the history and go. Parents, please listen very carefully and see whatever sites you have visited on your laptop and your desktop and what all programs you have seen. So it will be in the fitness of things not to visit obnoxious sites and see obnoxious programs. Please, that's a word of caution and advice. Again, Dr. Geeta Gandhi Kingdon has given me 15 minutes. I think I've exhausted 10. I will not exhaust them. I have a small clip which I will show what a child was like before, what he did, focus plus daily improvement plus time, and he became a genius. Because all of you are championship material. All of you are capable of epic performance, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. If that not had been the case, you wouldn't have been here. Dr. Geeta Kingdon had mentioned name after name, Arsh, Saubhagya, and so many names who are championship material in this school. And if they can do it, you can do it too. All of you are capable, all of you have that immense potential. Shishir, may I have that clip, please? This is a short clip of 4 minutes. Please see, all of us are in the before mode, but there's always opportunity.
ये लो, साहब ने आज भी बिजली का बिल नहीं भरा। अब भरो फाइन।
This is
ये
before.
फोन निकाल। मैं नौकरी करता हूं, तुम घर को संभालती हो, और प्रेसिडेंट साहब फोन पे ग्रो अप।
So my dear students, all of you are championship material, world-class material. But all it takes is tremendous hard work, focus and attention. Give yourself these 12 hours a day for the next 2 years and you will be an international iconic championship material, mark my words. I may not live long enough to see that, but wherever I am, I will be there. Repeat after me the positive affirmations. I am a winner. Louder still, children, please be reassured. I am a winner. I can do it. I have tremendous potential. God is always by my side. Wonderful. May God bless your path. Yashasvi bhava, Vijayi bhava, और CMS के ज्ञान विज्ञान से मृत्युंजय बने. God bless you. Thank you so much.